Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm really excited to do. It is going to be a new Will I Buy It video. This is the series that I post every single Wednesday where I'm chatting over new makeup releases. I give my thoughts on them, talk about what I'm interested in picking up and possibly what I am not so interested in grabbing. I will link my playlist down below. I'll also link the community playlist. I started this so any creator who makes the style of new releases video can add theirs to the playlist so you can see what a bunch of different people are thinking about these same releases. I always find it interesting. I love binge watching that playlist, and thank you to all the creators who are continuing to support it and add their videos to the playlist, and thank you to you guys who continue to watch it. Maybe find some new creators or other people to support here on YouTube. I think that's pretty amazing. So both those playlists will be linked down below, but I do have a lot to chat about this week, so let me go ahead and get started. All right, I'm gonna scoot over so I can add in some photos. I keep meaning to like rearrange my lights. My desk or my offices are in the process of getting a bit of a makeover to them. I was chatting about it in my most recent live chat, and I think I mentioned it in another video too, but ordering some new furniture and just kind of rearranging my main office and then also my filming space and all of that. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm planning to vlog it and I'm excited, but I was meaning to change up my lights a little bit too. They're kind of like my distraction as everything around me gets moved around and changed and ready for new furniture and all of that. So I'm excited for it, and also I wanted to just say I'm kind of welcoming myself back from filming. It's been 5 or 6 days since I filmed my last video. We did have a death in the family on New Year's Day, which was very hard. I did film the day after, so I would have some videos going up when I knew that I was going to be gone and traveling and with family. And you know, when I was at home and just kind of alone with my thoughts, I figured why not film? Why not get some videos edited and out there? And then that way I can just be posting the videos and not having to worry about, you know, getting content out there or editing or things like that when I was gone. So it's been a while since I last filmed, and I redid my intro 3 different times because I was like, but I just wanted to say thanks everyone for being so supportive, all of the kind comments and messages that came in during that time, because it was very challenging, and thank you to so many of you who understood why I needed to step back a little bit from social media, and I missed one of my live chats that I had scheduled. And I appreciate your support, but I'm excited to come back into it. And you know, I'm always excited when I take some time off and I get to come back and film one of my favorite videos, which is the Will I Buy It video. So I'm filming this on Tuesday. Normally I do film the Will I Buy It's on Monday, but I was still out of town this past Monday. So Tuesday it is, and maybe it's not a bad thing that I'm filming a little bit later, because we actually had a new release get announced today, and I know I've already gotten so many tags on it. I know a lot of people really wanted to see my thoughts on this new palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, so we get to talk about it today instead of next week, since normally if I would have kept on my Monday filming schedule, this wouldn't have made it in. But Anastasia is coming out with a new eyeshadow palette, and it's a new collaboration, and this is with Amrezy. So I will link the TrendMood Instagram account that I'm reading off of in my description box, but it says the ABH eyeshadow palette in 2020, they're taking us back to 2014. This is their round 3 collaboration. So they've done an eyeshadow palette and then a highlight, and now we have another eyeshadow palette. So this palette is going to have 16 shades. There's matte, shimmery finishes, and also a new formula with pressed glitters. I know I've already got a lot of comments on that too. It's going to be $49, and it's going to be available January 14th online at Anastasia, and then January 19th in stores. My Instagram has been going like crazy since this got announced, and also I was doing, since I'm filming on Tuesday, I normally do a live chat every Tuesday morning, and when we were in the middle of the live, all of a sudden comments started coming in like Anastasia is coming out with a new palette, and I was like, wait, what? So yeah, a lot of people are it seems to me, just from the comments that I've been getting and the tags I've been getting, a lot of people seem very excited about this palette. Now, I really like Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've purchased a lot of the eyeshadow palettes myself, from Modern Renaissance, the Sultry, Soft Glam, the like original Norvina that came out. I have the Anastasia Carly Bible palette, which I really enjoy. Like, I like Anastasia as a brand. I like a lot of, especially the eyeshadow palettes. Of course, not everything works from the brand for me. Like, really not a fan of the liquid lipsticks at all, but I really do like the eyeshadow palettes. So I'm excited to see a new one. Obviously in 2019, like especially the second half of the year, there was so many releases from Anastasia, especially eyeshadow palettes, that it was so challenging to keep up with the brand, and it kind of made me lose interest a little bit. I did recently post a video ranking all of the 43 different eyeshadow palettes that I tried in 2019 from my least favorite to my top favorite. I'll link that one down below if you haven't seen that one yet, but in there I kind of talk about the Riviera palette being kind of the last of the palettes that I personally felt like, oh my gosh, Anastasia is releasing a new palette. This is so exciting. Can't wait to get it. Because Anastasia used to have like that special feeling when they were coming out with a new palette. And kind of after the Riviera palette, it was just like boom, boom, boom. All these Norvina palettes, the mini palettes, Jackie Aina, Carly Bible. Like there was just a lot going on. I'm glad that we've had a little bit of downtime, and it's one of those things that I kept checking, like when I would sit down to film the Will I Buy It video, I'm like, is there another release from Anastasia? Like what's going on? Because we kind of got used to them being in a Will I Buy It video every single week. So I'm glad we've kind of had a little bit of a cool down moment. But we're back with this Amrezy palette. I did see on, I think it was what Norvina posted on Instagram, she had like some notes in there that she posted, and it said one of the main like keywords that Amrezy said in their development meetings was Barbie. That was the word Barbie. And that definitely, like with this pink sparkly packaging and then like the gold name, that definitely feels very Barbie to me, the packaging does. I don't know if the inside of the palette and the actual shades, I don't know if they totally speak Barbie to me, but I can, like, I get it. I get the vibe, and we have this, like, this beautiful shiny pink. And I was reading about the different finishes. I'm not totally wild over having pressed glitters in eyeshadow palettes. I don't wear them a ton. I tend to go for, like, liquid glitters, like on my eyes today. I do always link my makeup, but I'm just wearing the Marc Jacobs Gleam Girl that I purchased in my latest Sephora haul. Also link that one if you haven't seen it, but it's just one of their sequins liquid glitter shadows. I'm just testing it out. I haven't really fully gone back to like a full face of makeup yet, you know, just like since everything and all of that, I'm just kind of like slowly working my way in there. And again, I haven't filmed in a while, so I haven't really done a full face of makeup. So I just tried to do something quick and easy today. Like I don't even have foundation on, I just have concealer and powder, and then just really quick with the eyeshadow look. So I don't go for the pressed glitters a ton. That doesn't drive me crazy. We have the 16 shadows versus the 14 that Anastasia palettes usually are, and usually the palettes are $45. This one is $49. With the extra shades and the collaboration. I personally am not super familiar with Amrezy. Like, I know who she is. I have the Amrezy highlight. It was actually sent to me as a gift from a subscriber. But to be honest, I didn't know what the first palette was. I'm not like an OG YouTube watcher. I didn't really start watching YouTube until like the end of 2012. We really started getting into it in 2013 and finding different beauty YouTubers to watch. So I actually didn't even know what their original palette looked like, so I went and looked it up just to get an idea of it. And it definitely is like the 2020 version of, like, I can see the glow up with this palette. My initial thought was like, ooh, you know, I had that excited vibe over an Anastasia palette again. I feel like, and again, this just came out, so I've only glanced at it for a little bit here now. I need to see if I can dupe this in my collection, because I have a feeling I can, and I have a feeling I can actually do it with other Anastasia palettes. That's kind of my first thought. I do like there's some like little pops in here with the blue and the pink, but again, with it being the pressed glitters, I just don't really reach for my glitters a lot. ColourPop was a brand that started to put a lot of glitters, pressed glitters, into their eyeshadow palettes, and I have a lot of ColourPop palettes, and I just don't really reach for those glitters a ton. So that's not really a big draw for me. I will say some of the shimmers in here do look really, really pretty. I like the Anastasia shimmer formula, so those look really nice. Even the matte, like the swatches of the mattes, there's some swatches on TrendMood also, those do look really pretty too. I need to look closely at it, and before I run out and spend $49 on an eyeshadow palette, I just want to sit and think, could I dupe this? Could I even dupe it with some Anastasia palettes? Because I feel like maybe I can. If I go through my collection, I'm like, you know what? I feel like this seems different enough. then maybe I'll give myself the go ahead to buy it. But you know, I talk every week in the Will I Buy It videos. I don't want to buy just to buy. I reviewed 43 eyeshadow palettes throughout the year of 2019. Of course, some of those I bought myself. Some were sent to me as gifts. You know, some were sent to me in PR, so it's not like I bought all 43 palettes, but that's a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and I'm actually looking at a stack of eyeshadow palettes right now. I just purchased 2 from Fenty. I have 4 from Juvia's Place that were sent to me in PR, an Ofra palette in PR, 2 Cindy Grace palettes just showed up last night. I have so many eyeshadow palettes to try out and review, and I'm only one person with 2 eyes. Like, there's only so much I can do. I'm a little bit torn on this one. It kind of boils down to like, I want it, but do I need it? I mean, a lot of makeup purchases sometimes can boil down to that one epic question. I want it, do I need it? Another collaboration that was announced that I got a bunch of tags on was the collaboration between Kathleen Lights and Briogeo. This was really the only thing that I knew when I was talking in my live chat this morning. I was like, I have no idea what new makeup is out there. All I know is that Kathleen Lights is doing a collab with Briogeo, because like, again, I got so many tags on it. I follow Kathleen very closely, so I was, you know, I saw her Instagram post. I knew that she was doing a collab with Briogeo, and I could have touched on that last week, but we didn't know what it was. I would have guessed completely wrong too, so I was like, I'm just gonna wait and see what it actually is. But because I was really off social media for so many days, I was like, I have no idea what is coming out. But like I said, Kathleen Lights is doing a collaboration with Briogeo. Okay, well, let me tell you what it is first before I give you my thoughts. That'd probably make more sense. So this is the BeeWell Aromatic Essential Oils Kit. This is $38. It's a limited edition collection of aromatherapy oils created by Kathleen to help promote well-being for the mind, body, and spirit. We have lavender and bergamot, which is paired with amethyst to calm and soothe. Rose and clove paired with rose quartz. This promotes loving vibrations. Loving vibrations, interesting. Promotes loving vibrations and forgiveness. Also sandalwood and cedar. This is paired with citrine and imparts a sense of calm. Okay, so like I said, $38, and it looks like they come in the kit together. Yes, okay. So Briogeo is truly one of my favorite hair care brands. I have bought a lot from the brand. I really like a lot from the brand. I continue to repurchase like shampoos, conditioners, hair masks, deep conditioning treatments. I have a lot of their products in my shower. I have a lot of like their after shower products, leave-in treatments, all of that. Really like a lot of their products. I love Kathleen Lights. I've been following her for such a long time. I buy so many of her collaborations. I have multiple Kathleen Lights made me buy it videos out there. So I was really curious when I saw she was teaming up with Briogeo, because I was thinking it would be a hair care product. That's just what my mind went to. Now Briogeo does have this BeeWell line. They have a deodorant. They have like I think they have a few different supplements, and so they do have a couple other products other than hair care, but I don't know, I assumed it was hair care. Essential oils I really didn't see coming, but I feel like it does make sense to Kathleen. I mean, that part to me, it makes sense too, and I guess I can see it under the BeeWell line with Briogeo. If I stop and think about it, I was like, oh, okay, like yeah, I do get it. I don't think I'm gonna purchase this one. Again, I'm big fan of both Kathleen and the brand, and I tend to buy a lot of Kathleen's collabs, even if they're products that I'm like, I'm not really sure how much I'm going to use this, like her Zodiac pigments with ColourPop. I really don't wear pigments a lot, and I bought 3 of them. Like, and I actually ended up really enjoying them, thank goodness. But this one I'm not quite as interested in. I just don't think I would really use them, and so they come in these roller balls, and I know that you can put them like in certain spots on your body and all of that. I just don't think I would really use them a ton. I do have an essential oil diffuser, which I really quite enjoy. I diffuse like a lavender oil at night to help me sleep, because I don't sleep very well. I'm a big fan of that. But I just don't think I would even like remember to put this on during the day. I just think it's a step that I would forget, and it's not something that I feel like I am missing and I really want. Does that make sense? So I think that a lot of people will be really interested in it. I know a lot of people are very interested in essential oils. It's honestly like, it's something I wish I was more interested in. I just like am not yet. Maybe one day, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, it's something that I can see a lot of people being very interested in. So I'd love to know if you are. Cosmetics is coming out with another new product. I talked about their Camo Concealer, the hydrating concealer last week, but they're also coming out with new additions to the Putty Primer family. So this is the Putty Eye Primer. Locks in eyeshadow for 12 hours of crease-proof wear, infused with vegan squalane known to moisturize throughout the day. Well then, there's 5 shades and they're $5 each. So honestly, I'm still kind of interested in trying out the primer putty from e.l.f. that's supposed to be the dupe for the Tatcha one. I still haven't done that. e.l.f. is kind of like a hit or miss brand for me. They are so inexpensive, which is fantastic. And when you find great products like the Camo Concealer, which I love, then I think that's great. I am planning to try the hydrating concealer. I really want to test it out. Again, I love the Camo Concealer so much. I'd love to try out that formula too. This one I'm not so sure I need. I actually tend to use concealers mostly for my eye primers. I don't like, it's more often that I use a concealer just when I'm getting ready and I put concealer on my eyelids, and that's what I do. Of also having a separate eye primer, there are a few I really enjoy, like the CoverGirl Lid Lockup, of course the Urban Decay Primer Potion. But this one doesn't have me quite as excited because it's not something I use every day like I do the concealer. So between the new releases from e.l.f. Cosmetics, I'm still more interested in the hydrating Camo Concealer. There is a new product coming out from Farsali. So they're really well known for their serums. I actually used their glass skin serum today before putting on my concealer and my powder because I just didn't feel like I could do foundation today. Okay, so it says a new addition to the primer family and it's magical. Say bye-bye to blotting and hello to liquid powder oil balancing serum with French pink clay. Okay, that was a lot of words. I was gonna be like, and welcome, and there was a lot going on there. All right, what this is: an innovative liquid powder serum that helps balance oil production and leaves a perfectly powdered finish. Interesting. An oil-absorbing serum that leaves behind a powdered finish without the use of talc. This unique silicone-free formula is infused with purifying French pink clay to help balance oil production and witch hazel to tighten the look of pores. This is $54. So for the full-size Farsali products, they are $54. That is very expensive. I know, I've bought them. They're expensive. Okay, so this is coming January 15th, and it's also going to be available in the next TrendMood Box. So I'll cover that next, but we have another TrendMood Box coming out. So I'm pretty curious about this. With my skin type, I used to be extremely dry. Now I actually have a little bit more like combo oily skin. It's a little bit on the dehydrated side. I've been dealing with some more breakouts and just, you know, all that fun stuff. So this one sounds kind of interesting to me. So that helps balance oil production, leaves behind a powdered finish, yet it's a liquid serum. Like, so excited, can't speak. Does an oil absorbing serum without talc. That's nice. So what I would like, I would really like if they released a mini of this and released it in like a timely manner, because I have purchased a lot of Farsali products. I like them. I know not everybody does. I know a lot of people say that like they're gimmicky and like all that stuff and like just for Instagram. Totally get it. I understand. But I did purchase the rose gold serum a while back and I actually really liked it. I purchased the 4 serums that came out in a set around holiday time. I really like all of those. I was really impressed with them. Like I said, I purchased the full-size glass skin serum, really like that one, and it was like 2 weeks after I purchased that they finally came out the mini, because their minis are like $20 or $22, and I just love minis. Just overall, I love minis. Makeup minis, skincare minis, I'm all about it. Less money, yes, less product, but I have a bigger collection, so I like minis and they work really well for me. I would love to try this in a mini. I'm gonna do my best. No, I'm not gonna do my best. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not going to spend $54 right away on it. I'll wait to see some reviews. I'll see what people are saying. If they really love it, maybe I would spend the $54 on it, but I really want them to come out with a mini in a good timeline. Not as far as they did the liquid glass. And I get it. I get the business side of it. Come out with a full size and have people spend the bigger price tag on it and then like a year later come out with a mini. But I wish more brands would offer minis, because $54 for a serum, that's a lot of money. That's just simply put, that's a lot of money. I'm interested in this one, but not enough to just like throw money at it on a whim you know, I think a lot of us are trying to be smarter with our money, smarter with our makeup purchases, and not just buying to buy. And that's definitely something that I'm thinking about for, you know, 2020 for sure. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the Farsali serum. And like I said, so we knew a new TrendMood box is coming. So it just says new year, new box. It also says new collab. So this is the post on TrendMood. So it's a second sneak peek of the TrendMood times. We don't know yet. It's going to be exclusive to the TrendMood box of volume 2 coming soon. So I'm really curious to see what this is about. I was pretty interested in the first TrendMood box. So if you're not familiar, TrendMood is an Instagram account that basically shares about the new makeup releases. I mean, I do link her every week in these videos because a lot of times I'm reading off her account or sharing her photos and things like that. So I like to obviously give credit. And so she started this subscription box basically where it has, some of them are like brand new products that are being released or other new products. The last one had like a Natasha Denona palette in there. There was an Ulla Henriksen skincare product. There was a really cool looking makeup sponge. If you guys missed that one, I would definitely recommend that makeup sponge that was in the TrendMood 1 box. So I was almost sold on it, especially for the Ulla Henriksen product, which I did end up purchasing the full size of it myself. That was also my latest Sephora haul. There was just a little bit that I was like, if that was just maybe something different. And then there's that sponge, I probably don't need it. So I didn't end up doing it, but I'm really curious about this one because if that Farsali serum is going to be in there, and then maybe there's going to be this, well, and then there's going to be this collaboration. I'm really curious to see, is it an eyeshadow palette? Is it something else? I don't know. But I'm going to be eyeing this TrendMood box because, I mean, sneak peek of the first item, I'm interested in that one. Sneak peek of the second item is going to be an exclusive to the box. I don't know, maybe it'll be a good one. Did you guys get the first TrendMood box? What did you think of it? I would love to know. Let's see, I also got quite a few tags on some new products from Bite Beauty, and I think that this is really interesting that they are going into the complexion category as well. So Bite Beauty, I feel like, is most well known for their lip products. They have a Bite Beauty lab in New York where you can go and like create your own lip color and all of that. They have a bunch of different lip masks and like lip balms and stuff, but they are now coming out with the Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation for $39.50. Clean, long-wearing foundation with gentle micellar technology to mimic skin texture for a natural, flawless finish, medium coverage in 32 shades. Also, the Changemaker Flexible Coverage Pressed Powder for $36. Clean, talc-free powder with finely milled volcanic minerals to blur, mattify, and touch up on the go. It has 8 different shades. And also the Changemaker Skin Optimizing Primer for $38. A clean, mattifying yet hydrating primer, interesting, to help neutralize skin type and grip foundation for flawless, long-lasting wear. And then also the Power Move Creamy Matte Lip Crayon for $24. This came out in the TrendMood box this past time. So those are the new releases, and these are going to be available January 10th at Bite Beauty and also Sephora. This is interesting. I like to see when brands are doing new things and coming out with new products. I always think that that's kind of fun. I like Bite Beauty. I do like a lot of their lip products. The Amuse Bouche lipstick I think is really great. So I'm definitely curious about this. I like their lip glosses. I have the lip gloss in Flat White, and I like that one. So I think that I'm kind of most interested right now in the foundation. I just like trying out new foundations, as I'm not wearing one today, but I do like trying out new foundations and seeing what I think of them. So and I feel like I like what it's saying, medium coverage, a natural finish. That's kind of my sweet spot with foundations. $39.50 doesn't seem too crazy. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in that. I do also really like powders. I have been getting more into powders lately, again, as I've been a little bit more oily. I have been having to lean on powders, or I also really realized that I like concealer and powder. Like, I don't have to do a full face and a ton of foundation and then concealer and then like, there's days where I just don't want to do that, and that's okay. So that sounds interesting. And then the primers don't usually get me like I don't go that crazy for them. Like, take your shirt off, twist it around your head like a helicopter. Like, I don't get that vibe from primers usually, even though I like them and I use them daily. So what I'm most interested in this one from Bite Beauty is definitely the foundation. Let me know if you'd like to see a review on it or a wear test or anything like that, but that one has me pretty intrigued. And then the powder. And I hope that you enjoyed that song from Beauty Pablo. Right, my girl, Pat McGrath. Okay, she has some trios coming out. These are the mini matte trance lipstick trios. These are limited edition. We have the Color Blitz Volume 2 for $25. Also the Skin Show Volume 2 again for $25. All right, I believe that these are available now and also at Sephora, so of course I will have them linked down below. These have very colorful packaging on them, which is cute and all. I like the $25 for the 3 minis. Again, I just like minis. I don't, especially lipsticks. I'm such a lover of lipsticks. It is so hard for me to go through a full-size lipstick, so I'm definitely more attracted to the minis. I actually do have, I think I have the Skin Show, like the it must be like the Volume 1. I actually had that gifted to me from a subscriber, so I have the 3 shades that are in that one. So I think I'm pretty good there. I probably don't need to repurchase these, and they are limited edition with the colorful packaging and all of that. And Pat McGrath, you guys know, she's my friend and we have wine nights, but I'm not obsessed with her lipstick formula. And people have asked me because who was it? There was a couple of my friends, my friends, Charlotte Tilbury, Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, my close friends. When I was ranking all of my eyeshadow palettes from 2019, there was a few of their palettes that I ranked on the lower end, and people asked, do girls' nights get awkward when you don't, highly review your friend's makeup? And, they're all professionals. We don't really sit and discuss reviews and all of that. We like to talk about the regular girl stuff. We like to talk about, boys and TV shows and who has the best nachos. Exchange our wine. It's really, we don't get too deep into the other topics that could be a little bit stickier, so they don't mind. So, even though I do love my girlfriend Pat, don't really love her lipstick formula. I like that I have some of the minis in my collection though, like especially if we're going out to celebrate something specific to Pat, like, something good happens or her birthday, I can wear it and be like, look girl, one of your lipsticks, and it's great. But again, because I do already have these colors, don't need to go out and purchase them separately. All right, so next up we have a collaboration with the brand Estee Lauder and then Danielle Lauder, who is the great granddaughter of Estee Lauder. I think that's a really cool thing. I really enjoyed watching like the video. I don't know, it just was like a cool feeling that I got. I don't know why. But it says Act 4, a star-powered new makeup collection by Danielle Lauder, great granddaughter of Estee Lauder, with marble and rose gold packaging. Kind of has like a bit of a vintage vibe to it, which I get, it totally makes sense to the collection. But we have the Spotlight Highlighter, which is $54. The Best Picture Multi-Look Palette, which is also $54. Party Puff Starlucent Filtered Powder for $54. The Cinematic Complexion Liquid, which is $60. That's a matte creme primer. The Luxe lipstick, where was I? The Luxe lipsticks, which are $44. The Lip Duet, which is a tint and a balm, for $50. Okay, and the Makeup Brush Kit is $85. Okay. Ooh. I think the collection is really beautiful. I think this must be so special. And I don't know. You guys know, I'm kind of, I typically always have my positive pants on. I just have my leggings on today, but they're usually my positive leggings, okay? And I just think this is really sweet and really special. I get it, it's a good business idea and it's marketing, and I totally understand, but I also think it's really sweet. I think that's a really cool thing, and honoring your great grandmother, like how cool. And the packaging on everything with the marble, which makes it, it kind of feels like now and what we enjoy, but then it just has that vintage feel to it. I think this looks really, really cool. I also think it's really expensive, which again, I understand and I get the collaboration aspect of it, and Estee Lauder is just a higher priced brand in general, but I would love to pick up an item or two. I mean, the highlight does look really beautiful, or maybe like a lipstick. I don't know. I'm for some reason, I'm just really attracted to this collection. It really spoke to me. I did the double take with it. Again, kind of boils down to that epic makeup question of, I want it, but do I need it? I just think that one looks really neat. Is anyone with me on this one? Are you like, no girl? I mean, let me know in the comments, but it gave me, and maybe it's because I had a really close relationship with my grandmother, so when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, oh, it's so cool. Neato. So you have to let me know your thoughts. There's a new product coming out from Paulas Choice. This is going to be available also at Nordstrom. A new skincare product, the CBD Skin Transformative Treatment Milk. Helps reduce signs of aging. Let's see, it has a weightless texture, penetrates easily, and helps repair skin moisture barrier. It's going to be $49. I actually have not tried anything from Paulas Choice, and they're a brand that I'm looking into a little bit closer. I get a lot of really good skincare information from Paulas Choice. A lot of times when I'm looking up ingredients, I feel like they're a really good website to go to because they just kind of tell you straight out what it is, if it's good, if it's bad, the use of it. And sometimes when you're looking up, especially like a skincare ingredient, you just get all this weird lingo and you're like, but just tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it does. Is it good or bad? Like, just give it to me straight. And I find myself going to the Paulas Choice website a lot for that reason. But like I said, I've never tried anything from the brand. I don't know if this feels like a product I absolutely need, but have you guys tried anything from Paulas Choice, or what would you recommend? I just did a video recently on brands that I want to try in 2020, and I did it in a top 5 bottom 5 format. So 5 brands that I'm really interested in and 5 brands that I'm like not really as interested in. And I had Paulas Choice on my initial list that I made, but I wanted to just include one skincare brand on my top list. So, but this was a brand that I was really considering. So I would love to know if you've tried anything or what you think from the brand. Let me know if you have any suggestions, but especially because I find myself going to the website so often, just kind of curious about it. Okay, and then I have two indie products to talk about, and these I also see on the IndieMakeup Spotlight page, which is run by Amy Loves Makeup, so I will also link that Instagram account. But we have a new eyeshadow palette from Glamlight. It says, who's ready to bake a colorful cake? Inspired by the most delectable cake flavors from around the world. There is 20 shadows, duochromes, mattes, and dazzling shimmers. The oven PR box is $40, and it's going to be available January 4th, and it starts shipping on February 14th. I'm not super interested in Glamlight. They released a lot of the food palettes in 2019, and the taco and the pizza and all of that, which I think is a fun idea, and I think it will really call to some people. I think this is super cute, packaging super cute. The cake in the oven, like I get it, and very cute. The actual shades inside though are a little bit more rainbowy, and the blue and the green and the yellow and the pink and the purple and the orange and all of that. So it doesn't really scream me. And again, I haven't tried anything from the brand yet. Not super intrigued by them at this time, so I'm gonna pass over that one. But I'd love to know, like, when the cake palette came out, were you like, yes, I need that cake? You knew it, you knew that was coming to you. And then one more eyeshadow palette to talk about. This is the new Stormy palette. This is by Pinky Rose Cosmetics times Riley Rose, which Riley Rose is a retailer, and then Pinky Rose Cosmetics. Okay. Includes 10 different shades. Top row has sparkly shimmery shadows, and the bottom row has matte bright shades. This is limited edition. It's going to be $27. Will be available January 10th online at Pinky Rose Cosmetics. But basically the inside of the palette doesn't really scream me. Again, yellow, green, blue, pink, orange. Like, I'm someone with my makeup preferences. I like more of like a cohesive color theme. I like smaller palettes. You know, I even like 5-pan, 6-pan palettes that have like almost are more monochromatic, but not, it doesn't always have to be monochromatic, but just more of a theme versus more of like this style, either like rainbow or just more colorful. It's just not something that I wear a ton. Also not overly familiar with Pinky Rose Cosmetics or Riley Rose and all of that, and it is limited edition. The shadows are in the lightning bolts, which doesn't, like, that doesn't get me going either. Just not super interested in this one, but again, would love to know if you are, but not something that gave me a double take and was like, I must absolutely have this. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip over that one, but that is gonna wrap it up for this week's Will I Buy It video. Thank you for sticking it out with me. Hopefully this was an okay video. I guess I will see you when I edit it back, but again, thank you guys for all of your support this past week, especially. It really means so much to me. I appreciate you. I hope that you guys are having a great 2020. Let me know your thoughts on all of these products that I talked about. What are you interested in? What are you not digging so much? I, of course, would love to know. And as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.